What is going on, my people? Thank you so much for returning back to my channel to watch my third ever music review. Today I will be reviewing the album from the one, the only Chris Stapleton, Starting Over. Nashville's own Chris Stapleton has came out with his fourth ever solo studio album back in 2020. Following that from the two-parter in 2017, From a Room, and before that in 2015, Traveler with his most famous single, Tennessee Whiskey. And just from playing the most recent when I first heard of Chris Stapleton from those two-parters From a Room, I enjoyed it. I didn't really find too much captivating for my personal taste. However, after playing this most recent project from Chris Stapleton, I did find Starting Over to be the most compelling and precious music from him to this date. And to give a start off for this lovely album, we have Starting Over, the title track of this record. The narrative begins of how Chris has met his wife, Morgan Stapleton, who is also the secondary vocalist. The whole track relays to all the obstacles and difficulties that the two need to overcome in order to come to a new and better beginning. And how I must say, I really do love this song. I love the double acoustics. I love the duets that they're both singing on this chorus. The melodies sung along with this rich bass playing along with these chords being played on into this track is absolutely marvelous. On to the next track, we have a rock and country blues track, The Devil Always Made Me Think Twice. And the guitars on this song are absolutely kick-ass. I mean, those bends just make you want to make that pain face. This is great placement for this album at this point, which I find this country blues track to be absolutely groovy and fun. Cold is a black and gray slow burner about Chris being put on hold for his relationship. Chris displays his downhearted and emotional status with delicate piano playing alongside with these elegant and symphonic strings. Cold also features some of the most passionate singing from Chris on this whole record. This dull laid-back aura starts to continue on with the next track, When I'm With You, onto the notion of going through a phase of experience as you grow older and older and not being able to experience life the same. Chris goes on to share the physical and mental changes that goes on through his life as he grows older, although he does find the moment where he enjoys life again when he's with the love of his life. The song is great, but I do feel like the ending of it kind of ends off a little bit too abruptly, and it does set me off my balance for a little bit, but it's not really too much of a problem. However, the next track, Arkansas, is a fiery country anthem that bursts with excitement. This is an absolute kick-ass track. Passage to passage builds more and more uncontrolled body movement for me as I go. With a guitar solo that's this sweet and passionate, I can't help but to boogie. Now the next song features a cover from blues legend John Fogerty, Joy My Life. I find this to be one of the most easily precious acoustics on the whole record, with yet even more blissful guitars playing with tremendous vocal performance by Mr. Stapleton. Some of the most blues soul inspired tracks on the project come with the next track, Hillbilly Blood, where we see Chris embracing his southern rock roots through the track. I also enjoyed the progression of how much heavier this sound gets as we progress towards the end. Now the next song is an absolute tearjerker, and what I find to be the most heartbreaking song about Chris's dog. It's about a little pupper that he finds on a cart outside of a store and he takes home, and it's just so adorable. Expressing all the joy that Maggie has brought into Chris's life all the way into the end where he has to say his final goodbye. This song is an absolute no-brainer for me. If anyone ever talks about their dog, I get excited immediately. Sweet and cuddly. Onto what feels like the intense western standoff, Whiskey Sunrise, is a blues rock-esque track that I find to be invigorating and a bit shocking. Chris is portraying himself through a brick wall in hopes that he's not to feel the pain of saying goodbye to a lover. The next two tracks feature covers from legendary country singer Guy Clark, with a country rock groove that talks of settling their stress with a little bit of that good. Followed by the warm tune Old Friends covers around feeling very lonely and restored to the company of past friends. Not only is it relatable, but it also draws the picture in tune with this sound of how lonely Chris feels. It's a very lonesome blend, and it definitely fits to the picture of what Chris is trying to share and along with how he's trying to make you feel. Next on to the track Watch You Burn, which is what I find to be a very intense release of fury from Chris Stapleton off of the shootings in Las Vegas back in 2017. He also makes a call to anyone who might be the next one to cause tragedy to stop and think about what they might do or if they might hurt anybody. It's also his call to anybody who might be thinking about causing the next tragedy to stop and think about what they could be doing to somebody. Vocally, Chris gives off his best demonstration of how enraged and furious he truly is due to this tragedy. "You Should Probably Leave" appears to be Chris fighting his temptations of making the wrong decision with the girl who might have had one too many, and insists on doing the right thing and asking her to leave instead. For the closer, Nashville, Tennessee is an acoustic slow burner that gives thanks for all it's done for Chris throughout his life, and recollection for all of his memories that he's thankful for, but now has come to the conclusion where he must move on to the next chapter and leave. But to sum up this record, I absolutely loved it. It's an absolute glorious ray of sunshine and a wonderful demonstration of Chris Stapleton's growth and brilliance. Production is absolute. Singing shows great compassion. Instrumentals are smooth, defining, and rock solid. Easily one of the strongest recommendations I can give to anybody. I'm going to give Starting Over by Chris Stapleton a 91%. That is it for me today, guys. Let me know what you thought of this album. Do you agree with my rating? Like and subscribe and hit that bell for more new content. Also in the description is all my social media accounts so you can keep up with me on the daily. Please share this video with your friends and family. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all of you. I hope you all have a great day.